I started off by writing a letter, and I think I went through like 9 rough drafts until I finally got something that I liked, and that became basically my foundation to get people pumped up about it. My biggest thing was just to motivate them. So as soon as you read the letter, I wanted you to know my story, I wanted you to know why I was doing it, I wanted you to know where I was going with it, and basically the gimmick was just crossing the lake. That was the easy part. The hardest part was getting to inspire all these people to donate money. And yeah, and I guess the other thing I should add, I'm like really ADD, so I'm going to go on tangents here. I'm going to try and keep it. There was something in there in this packet that I saw from Katie Triple last year, and it said foul weather gear. And I was like, sweet, like I'd really like some foul weather gear. And occasionally in the past I used to sail with Decision. And I know the buddy that helps run that program. So I was like, well, maybe if I get some foul weather gear in the future, maybe I can convince him to get me on the boat again. To do deliveries or whatnot. And so foul weather gear got me into it, the free bar, and I don't know, I gotta be honest, I only like hit up maybe 200 people, and I got that amount of money.
Right. How many people did you email?
Oh, I had a weekly goal of, I emailed at least 5 editors from various magazines or NBC, Ellen DeGeneres show. Like, I utilize my resources. I mean, I'm a kid in college. So it started off by, my roommate was a cameraman. I said, hey, let's make a video. So I made videos. That was the easy part. Like, we would just go out to the lake and I would stand in front of a camera and make faces and people would drive by. What you doing? Making a mayonnaise commercial. That's not cool. And then we found out one of our buddies who does PR work at one of the hospitals. So he helped write a press release. And then he started under the table giving me editors and people's phone numbers, and I started calling people up. And then it just snowballed. I had people that worked at, well, from my experience in the kiteboarding industry, they heard about what I was doing, so they called me up and was like, hey, what can we do? And I was like, donate some boards. So I got kiteboards donated from Liquid Forest, which is one of the biggest wakeboarding companies in the world, and that's my biggest thing, I guess I go at. Utilize your resources. This is a social city. Talk, you know people. And that was the easy part. I would stand in a bar and just talk to girls, and she's like, oh, well, my dad has this restaurant. I'd be like, really? So, do you think your dad would donate a $50 gift certificate? Next thing you know, I had a $50 gift certificate, and I was talking to this guy, you know? Here's for example. I haven't really committed myself to this, but I started volunteering with the Leukemia Society a week ago. I just worked for a day. I'll probably come in this week and work for them. But I've already started calling people and utilizing my resources. I got a buddy who works at a restaurant, Vilma, Scott Fujita, Pierre Thomas, they all come in there. They eat there a lot. So I've written up a letter, and I basically give it to them with all the information. Everything is right there. No questions need to be asked to give these guys. And my buddies are comfortable enough going up on my behalf and saying, can you provide us an auction item? Because I've inspired them to do that. I went to a wedding last night, and I had guys coming up to me I haven't seen in a long time that I remember to the penny how much they donated. I had one guy donated $133.36. And I saw him last night, and I was like, you know, I appreciate your donation. He's like, so we're doing it again, huh? And it became, oh, we are doing it again. And that's what it's become for me. I get a lot of people that come to me, it's not about you doing it again, are we doing this again? And that means a lot. The other thing I wrote down in a notebook earlier this week when they said I'd get a chance to talk. You gotta think, like, this is an event for you, but I'm trying to think how to put it. It's for you, but it's not about you. That's the key here. This is about the 150,000 individuals that become a victim of this disease every year. And then countless on top of that, there's all those other people. And I read the numbers on the website. There's 8,400 sailors that raised like well over like $3.5 million, which is huge. This group, the goal last year was 125. Does anybody know how much we actually raised? 92. Fell short. And I mean, I'm gonna brag here. I raised 13% of that. I raised more money than I filed in my taxes last year. I raised more money than I will probably file in my taxes this year. And when I was living in San Francisco at this yacht club, being surrounded by cliffs, on the water, hanging out with Gary Jobson, I was the youngest guy there. And there weren't any other, I mean, I think you might have been, you had the chance to be there, didn't you? Never mind. Alright. Well, I was the only New Orleans guy there, and we need more people there, because, I mean, you're talking about everybody from Mobile, Alabama, Charleston, Newport, but you do have to give yourself a hand. We were the top 10. We were 10. If we hit 125, we would have been, I think, 6th or 5th place by the numbers I looked at.
I'd be okay with that.
So, what I'm saying is, utilize your resources. Talk to your neighbors, talk to your friends. If you know somebody that works at the Hornets, get some more tickets. You know somebody has tickets for next year. Get donations. Biggest thing I remember is, my dad yanked me out of school one day and said, you know, we're going on an overnight trip. I was like, where are we going? Went to St. Louis, and he took me to a hockey game. I got to skip 2 days of school. Those are the kind of things you remember as a kid. So if you know somebody that has tickets, donate them to Leukemia Society so a dad can take his son to a game and experience those experiences like I did. Or if you've got a membership to the Audubon Zoo. Just, other thing is too, Jane's got a lot of girly auction items. So guys, if you've got stuff that's cool, like you know somebody at Bit Marine that wants to donate a dinghy engine or a dinghy itself for the auction, get it done. Just call them up, say we need this. If you know somebody that's got golfing, outing stuff, I don't know, we need more guy auction stuff.
Was that great?